Everybody, welcome to another RodzSquad Retro Reviews. We're going to go ahead and go right back to the My Arcade kick. We actually found another type of My Arcade, but this one is actually by RetroBit, but pretty much the same concept. You know, it's the emulations into the different systems or the different consoles that they have. So we've done tabletops,
yep.
Right? We've done those. Well, this one is from RetroBit, and this one actually is it's called the Go Retro Portable. Again, by RetroBit, claims to have 260 plus games. It says exciting games too.
Yeah.
We're gonna check on that. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and give this a closer look. All right, buddy. So we're gonna go ahead and give a closer look to the RetroBit Go Retro Portable. Actually, resembles a classic Game Boy. Mm-hmm. Right? Really, really nice.
Game Boy Color.
A Game Boy, yeah, Game Boy Color, right? But the actual, yeah, Game Boy with 4 buttons instead of 2. Am I correct? But it does have a few games real quick to try to catch our retro eye. Has Tetris. How many versions of Tetris we've been through? Ugh. We'll see what this one looks like. This one doesn't look like the original Tetris. It's a little different, but we'll look at that one. You got Mega Man 2, and it says Burger Time and more. Also has a little flip cover to it. And in the flip cover, it says it has officially licensed games by Capcom, Data East, and Tetris. So again, it mentions Mega Man 2, Burger Time. It has Strider. It has Ghosts and Goblins. There goes that Tetris again. Bad Dudes. We're a fan of Bad Dudes.
Yeah, I like
I always like Bad. You got Mega Man 3 here. It has Gunsmoke. It has Mighty Final Fight. That's an interesting game. It's actually really expensive. That's Final Fight. They look like little kids with big heads.
The
like
puzzle,
pop heads, whatever they call it.
Pop figure.
Yeah, it's not puzzle, but it's the actual Final Fight game with the characters miniature, but with big heads. So it's a little more cartoony. By Andy Commando, 1943, and it has Section Z. Again, it's really, really nice. This is the way it looks right now. And on the side, it says it has 10 hours, up to 10 hours of non-stop gameplay, depending on the power.
On the batteries, you mean?
On the batteries. How many batteries does it take? Well,
4.
We're going to get right back to it. It says 260 packed with over 260 games. It says it right there. Powered by 4 AAA. Those are the little smaller ones. 4 AAA batteries.
Or USB.
Here goes the plus on it though. But that would mean it would not be portable as such because it has a micro connection to charge it. So you can actually connect it to your wall socket if you have a micro connection to it, and you can go ahead and play it like that. But unless you have one of those, what do you call it? Those charging portable batteries?
Cell banks.
Right?
They're
you carry them?
Power banks.
Yeah, power bank. You carry them with you and stuff like that. And it has a 2.8-inch resolution, high resolution screen. This is the back again. Some more advertisements. It's got the Ghosts and Goblins Night in there. It has, looks like, is that Strider?
Yeah,
right?
that's Strider.
But also says it has other games here. It has educational games, puzzle games, shooters, sports, card games, adventure, RPG. That's interesting. How would you play an RPG on this unless there's a save factor? So we're going to have to look into that. It has racing, it has brawlers, and action games. Then it has all different features here. I really don't want to go through all of this real quick, but just to give you guys what it looks like on the side, it has another design to see what it looks like. So what we're going to do is
They do come in various colors too.
Yeah. Actually, the one that we saw, I saw it again today. We stopped by over at Target, and they had the same one, but the only difference is the color of the box. This actually was still the same, but the color of the box was red up here and stuff like that. And actually, this was white.
Yeah, it
white
was red and white.
Yeah,
red and white.
So we'll do that. So let's open it up. All right. There it is right there. What else we got here?
The instruction manual, of course.
Yeah. Get out of there. There we go. Got the instruction manual. Pretty much, usually these things tell you in different languages, right? How to connect it, what are the different things, the gameplay, what the menu screen looks like, those type of things. What are the buttons, kind of describes it. There goes the back where you open the back to it and put the 4, it's 4, right? 4
Yep.
AAA.
4 AAAs.
Right. And just pretty much 60-day manufacturing warranty. Yeah, we'll see, For some reason, I don't know if anybody ever really cashes in on those things. What do you think?
No.
Oh, interesting. Look, code.
Cheat codes.
They got cheat codes in the back. Now, that's pretty cool.
For what game?
Mega Man 2 cheats. Isn't that Gunsmoke cheat?
Oh, wow.
Codename Viper. That's pretty interesting. Let me see.
That is.
They're giving us cheats. We'll definitely try that stuff out. Not that we're cheaters. But definitely want to go ahead. All right, so let's do that. A lot of you might be wondering why I have this up there. I'll mention that in a minute. Let's put that box up there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pop this little guy out. There he is. We actually opened it. As you can see, this is actually a screen
protector.
Yeah, screen protector, but it also has that film in it too. See?
Yeah, but you don't want to take the film off because then you'll
protect the little screen. But it's a little small little screen. Definitely going to see what that looks like. It takes 4 AAA batteries, right? Now we do have a lot of batteries, as you can see. Hey, these are those bargain ones that we use.
Bargain basement that don't last no more than 4 hours.
I know. So I usually don't try to keep the batteries in the consoles
because you don't know if they're gonna explode and ruin the
and
machine.
they get that little that
rust.
That rust or that acidy dew or whatever it is that stays in it. Then you got to clean it out and go through all that stuff. So I figure keeping it on the side. So all right, so we're gonna look at it before I turn it on. We'll just get a quick look at the actual console. Fits really nice in your hand. It does, as you mentioned, it does feel like a Game Boy Color in my hands. It's really, really nice. Whatever. Got the 4 buttons. It's got the A, B. It has the B and A. It says here. It says trigger TB, so I guess that's trigger B and trigger A. TA.
That's probably for that shooter game that you have.
Maybe. And then BA. So they're different colors, as you can see, so it's really easy to identify which is which. It's got a select button. It's got a start button. It has a reset button right here. There's a directional pad. It feels nice. It's not loose. It feels nice. Right? Here goes the power button. Right? On the side, we have the
volume control.
We already saw the back. Real nice. On the top right here, that looks like that's that little LCD light that'll come on.
That's just a power switch.
Show that it's on, right? Then on the bottom, you have headphones. I guess that's for the micro
USB.
To connect it for power if you're not using battery. And it has the headphones. Now, this is what was interesting. You can actually connect this to your television via an AV out cord. So we're going to go ahead and put that on. We actually went out and bought this today. Cheap, 99-cent store, right? Picked it up 99-cent store.
$1.49.
$1.49, well, whatever. But definitely, nice little thing to have there. And then we're gonna go ahead and turn this on. So let's turn it on and see what we got here. All right, let's click it. Can you see it? Get a nice little screen there.
Yep.
You see it?
See it real good.
I don't hear anything. Oh.
Speaker's loud.
Yeah, the speaker's right there. That is pretty loud.
Yeah.
Right? Has that little scratchy sound to it though, doesn't it? Sounds scratchy. So let's lower it a little bit. Right? All right, so it has this is a quick menu. It has featured games on this side, and I guess the extra games are those. What do they call them? Those
homebrews.
I don't know, homebrews or knockoff games or whatever like that. All right, so
knockoff.
It says press the A button to OK, and here you have the different games again. 8. What's that? 8 Eves, 1942. Those are shooters, right? 43. Bad Dudes, Bad Street Brawler, Bionic Commando, Buggy Popper. Is that what it says? Burger Time, Codename Viper. I don't remember that game. Commando, Dark Lord, Dash Galaxy X's. I never understood what that name was about. Ghosts and Goblins, Gunsmoke, Higamato, whatever that is. Legendary Wings, another shooter. Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, Mighty Final Fight. That's a fun little game. We'd like to see what that looks like. Motor City, Mutant Virus, Nightshade, Noah's Ark, Power Punch, Pirates of Ra, Rescue Mission, Section Z, Side Pocket, Sun, Street Fighter. That's the Street Fighter 20, whatever. It really has nothing to do with those guys. Strider. Strider's a fun game. Target, Renegade, it says. Tetris, Thunderbolt 2, Treasure Master, and what is that? Trojan. So you're getting that really nice? So let's go back. I'm just going to really quick and see what this extra... That didn't come out to a lot of games, though.
No.
How many games did that come out to? 37. 37 featured games. So that means for it to have 260, that means we're looking at what? 223? Right? Yeah. No, 20, what, they said 37, 30, whatever. Around 225 other games, which would be those homebrew, you call them, but I call them knockoff Chinese whatever games. Like, look, there's look like a hurdle dash. You saw that? Volleyball Warrior. Look at all these different games. Toy Factory. Honestly, I don't really see myself really going into the stuff like that. Maybe it's slot. Those what's that? Those casino type games. I like those type of things. I don't know, but I don't think we're too interested in that. But let's go back. Let's go back to the featured, and let's just pick something real quick, right? Let's pick 1942. Let's kick it. We're gonna start button right down here. Ooh, that sounds ugly. Oh, that sounds bad. That doesn't sound too good. Oh yeah. Oh, that sounds terrible. That's not coming out too good. Now the biggest part about this, we didn't even mention it. What was the price of this is? And we'll mention that at the end. Remind me in case I forget. But oh, that sounds terrible. Let's get out of here. Yeah, let's get out of here. That was bad. Anyway, what I did was press start, obviously, to pause the game and to reset it. Let's go back again. Let's try something else. That just sounded terrible. We like Bad Dudes, right? Let's kick Bad Dudes. See what Bad Dudes is about. Obviously for Data East. Now we got Bad Dudes in many different versions. We actually have it on cards. We have it on those different CD compilations. We also have it in the Data East 10 East My Arcade that we did recently. So let's try it. Let's do that. I really don't like the shade already, but let's see what we got here. Oh, that sounds bad. That sounds bad. You know what's messed up? You have to actually sit through this whole thing while he's yapping at me about what the game is about. You notice that? Look, put my finger over the speaker.
Yeah, it nulls it a little.
That's
bit.
weird, isn't it?
That's because your fingers where the speaker.
Oh, I know that, but I just... Yeah, that doesn't sound too good. Oh. There seems to be a lag. See how the scrolling is? Can you get it real good? I want to make sure you get that. Yeah, I think maybe it'll look even better if we put it on the big screen. I'm curious about that. So let's. I don't think you'll really enjoy this too much unless you put it on the big screen, which it's supposed to be portable, so you should be able to. I already died, as you can see. Let's just stop this. I'm gonna go ahead and connect this to our TV through that through those AV outs. So give us a second. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome again. So what we did was we connected the system to the micro to give it the power. As a matter of fact, since I did that, I don't need the batteries.
Yeah, because you might just overheat those cheap batteries. And he was losing his mind. Instead of putting it on, he was putting it back in the box.
What she means is, as I was putting away the extra batteries that I had in the box,
He was putting the system back in the box.
Subconsciously, I was putting the
I'm like, what are you doing? I had to tell him, what are you doing? You're supposed to be connecting it to the TV.
It happens. All right, so what we did, again, we connected the AV out, right? Wire to it. What I do is I have it connected to my VCR right now. And we have which the VCR is connected to the television. And then we put the AV out into the port on the bottom. And I have the micro on it. So let's turn on the television, right? Hopefully this comes out good for you guys. She's telling me it's the focus every now and then. It's popping up. So let's bring it up. Hopefully it comes out real nice. Okay, there it is. So far, how do we look?
It's okay.
So far, so good?
Turn on the system.
So we're going to turn on the system. Alright, so let's pick it up. Hey!
Wow, look at that.
Hey, can you see it good?
Yes.
Sound to it.
Yes.
There you go. Oh, that sound.
It sounds raspy.
It's like I don't know, to me it sounds scratchy.
Yeah, raspy.
Right? So anyway, now we can actually see the games a little bit better, right? But to me, it looks a little, I don't know, maybe it's because
it's stretched out. Yeah, it's stretched out because of the HTV.
There's no menu for me to fix that, just to let you know.
No, there isn't.
There isn't. So we're going to go right back to where we were. So these are the different games. We were at Bad Dudes. So let's see how Bad Dudes looks now. How about that? Want to do that? Same thing. You press the A button to start the game. Like I said before, you have a start. You have a reset,
the game player actually turns into a controller.
This doesn't look too good. You know what this looks like? The Nintendo NES cartridge.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. So let's start it. Let's do Stalker this time, right? Yeah, this is the NES. This is NES emulation.
Yeah.
So obviously this is NES emulation on the go. Again, I'm going to touch real base at the end to what the cost to this was. But again, it's called the Go Retro Portable by RetroBit. All these games are loaded into this. I'm pretty sure you can hack this.
Probably
since
can.
It has the micro USB on the bottom. So you probably can. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is NES. Come on, brother. Yeah, this is NES. I mean, oh man, I'm getting my ass kicked here. Oh man. Yeah, we've seen this in much better version. We haven't in much better version. To be honest, I think the 10-inch arcade one that we had, yeah, I already died. Yeah, it looks sound-wise too doesn't sound too great, right? Yeah. Let's pause. Let's go back to the reset. Let's go back to the actual menu and just check out another game real quick that is featured. Let's do the Mega Man. What do you think? Let's do the Mega Man. Where are you? Let's do Mega Man. They're going to Mega Man 2. Ooh, yeah, that's NES. That's NES. How are we doing? I know her arm is killing her. She complains. Let's just start the game, dude. No, I pressed the reset. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let's do it again. Start the game. Let's do normal. Yeah, this is NES. I don't have the passwords. I don't know if you remember the passwords.
I don't remember the passwords to
I
this.
don't care if you're buying. Hey, Ralph. Mind if I smoke?
I don't care if you burn.
A lot of you retro people who are our age will know what that is. Alright, come on. Yeah, this seems to be a lag.
Yes, yeah, there's like a minute lag there.
Come on, dude. Yeah. Oh my god, what's going on here? Yeah, there's a lag to this. I'm not feeling this for some reason. Let's reset it again. We'll do one more game real quick and then we'll give our final thoughts on it. I'm trying to see which game which show, maybe Ghosts and Goblins, would show what it really, what we're really dealing with. But these are the NES games. But for some reason, doesn't it look funny to you? Is it?
No, I think it's because it's HDMI and it's stretched out.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah.
Maybe if it was on a CRT.
Maybe.
Oh my god, this game, a nightmare, man. Nightmare. One of the first real survival horror games. Man, and they just keep coming back, huh? Respawning. Now I gotta fight in my drawers. Yeah, it doesn't look too great. Anyway, it said about 37 games. It said 37 actual NES emulated games. I'm just gonna go ahead and go back to this. Alright, and we saw pretty much what the extra games look like.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they weren't exactly, when you get these things, you don't really get these for these. Am I right?
No, you get them for the actual games, not the homebrew crap things.
I mean, believe it or not, every now and then you do run across a game that looks pretty cool.
Some of them are just copies of the same game. They just put it in different numbers.
Yeah. But yeah. Again, as you see me going by some of these different games, yeah, I'm gonna just give my final thoughts on this. Some final thoughts.
Oh.
Hey guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and shut this off real quick. Alright, just give you guys a final thought real on this. I didn't want to tell you what the price for it was until the end. Just so you can make your own mind on what you think is it worth it or not. 37 actual NES emulated games. A lot of the games there are well-known properties. Are they enough to sell this for the price that they were selling it for? $39.99. Pick this up at Best Buy for $39.99. They have two different versions. They have this color. They have the other variant,
the red and
which
white.
is the red and white version. 37 NES games. The other 223 games are
homebrews.
Just Chinese. Those
homebrews.
Random games. She calls them homebrews, but they're random. Those random Chinese knockoff type games. Is it worth $39.99? I don't think so. It's a cute little thing. Actually, they have a couple of other ones that are coming out. Oh, they came out already, and I just want to put them side by side. We should have brought out our Game Boy Color, the Game Boy, just so we could put it together, so we could just compare with the size on them.
That's about the Game Boy Pocket, actually.
But it's a very beautiful little screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you could get more out of the screen if the graphics were better.
Yeah.
You know. But again, this one is by RetroBit. It's called the Go Retro Portable. Didn't even do the Tetris like we said we're going to talk about, but I really don't see the reason for it. The games that it's advertising, you can pretty much get them in many different versions and on different platforms. They're compilations, of course, and they have a lot of other these type of consoles that have them. So they're random. They're pretty much regular emulated games. So is it worth $39.99? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's a cute little thing to have added to our treasure trove. Is it the most prized possession we have?
No.
So if I had to give it a rating between 1 being the lowest and 10 being tops, I'll possibly even give this a below half. So I'll give it a 4.
Well, it does hook up to the TV.
Yeah, I mean, with the television, it's pretty cool, but then it takes away from it being cool portable.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so that's the con on it. So, yeah, if I had to rate it from a 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 4. Just my feelings on it. And plus the sound. It's just something about that sound was bothering me also. So, that's our thoughts on the Go Retro Portable by RetroBit. More videos to come soon, guys. Thanks again for always watching us. And as always, we'll leave it as
Keep it retro.